trauma, trials, and tragedy. I've had an opportunity to sit with individuals and pray for people who are struggling to reconcile the loss of their loved one, to the loss of their spouse or their child or their mother, their father, dealing with the trauma, the trials, and the tragedy of hurt and pain. Now, I want us to understand, people of God, I know that in this room, and even for those of you that are watching online, there's a lot of folk that have had to deal with any trauma, you've never had to deal with any trials, and you have never dealt with any tragedy. But for those of you that have, if you don't mind just putting your hands together and give God a hand of praise for bringing you through your trauma, your trials, and your tragedy. Well, I'm glad that I have some folk that can relate to this message, because at the end of the day, I want us to recognize that even though we go through trauma, experience trauma, go through trials, and deal with tragedy, we have to trust God through it all. Amen. And it's not easy trusting God or saying it oftentimes while you're going through it. Because there's some folks sitting in this room right now, you're still going through it right now. You're dealing with trauma, you're dealing with trials, you're dealing with tragedy. And people of God, this is how we deal with our tragedy. As believers, we don't deal with our trauma, our trials, and our tragedy the way the world deals with theirs. As we have watched the news, and as we watch the news and get alerts on our mobile devices every single day about the different things that are happening in the world, about the loss of life, not just this flooding that took place in Texas, but you've had planes that have crashed, you have had fires, and you've had individuals who have been shot, you have wars going on, you have all kinds of things happening in our world, where every single day there are people dealing with trauma, trials, and tragedy. None of us are exempt from trauma.